My name is Todd and I'm the founder of Ashaya Yoga, and welcome to Asana Spotlight. This is where we take some time to look at one specific pose. Today, there's a pose that I've invented. I mean, maybe it's been done sometime before, but I've never seen it anywhere. It's called Ashvatasana. Ashvatasana means Banyon Tree Pose. And it's a standing posture, but it also requires a lot of balance and a lot of flexibility in the hamstrings and the hips. So that is the benefit of this pose. And I don't know if you're like most people and like me, my hamstrings and my hips are just always tight. I mean, I have to really stretch them out, partly because I'm very athletic, but also I do a lot of sitting. So whenever we do that, the fascia, the connective tissue, and the muscles themselves start to really contract. So this is a great one to open up the hips. We have 3 hamstring muscles, and they're woven together in kind of a braid that externally rotate. That's why when you lie down on your back, like in Shavasana, your feet will naturally turn out, because that's the external weave of the 3 hamstrings. Well, they get pretty tight, and that external weave can be very tight. The braid gets super tight, and then there's adhesions between those muscles, and that's what makes the hamstrings tight most of the time. Is they're just filled with, so that connective tissue is very stiff, and it could be like a lot of wrinkle. Think of connective tissue, the fascia is like cellophane that wraps around all of the muscles, and it helps to support and gives the muscles their structure and their shape, but also it transports fluids, so it can get very dry in there. So we're going to irrigate our hamstrings and our hips today. Okay, so come join me. You're going to need 2 blocks. Come up to standing and take your blocks. So because of the nature of this pose, which is just quite advanced, we're going to work our way into it. So you'll see there's about 4 or 5 poses that actually help us get into this pose. So the blocks are down on the floor. Stand with your feet parallel, hip distance. Inhale, stretch up. Hug muscles to bones, and then exhale and fold. Lightly touch the blocks. With your hands, I like to put the hands in eagle talons, which is the fingers and the thumbs are down, but the arch of the hand is up. Lift and spread your toes. Just take a moment, relax your neck and your head. Just let your spine stretch, let your hips and legs stretch. And then hug to the middle. So you squeeze your legs toward the midline isometrically, and then lift and spread your toes. Very good. See that your shin is perpendicular to the floor and not pushed back way like this. If you can look at the screen here. So watch, here's shin perpendicular, and then take your thighs back. So we want the legs straight, but with tight hamstrings, it's hard to get them straight. So you can keep them bent a little bit. Inhale, lift your heart halfway forward, and then exhale, fold. Again, inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Take your left foot back into lunge. You can continue using blocks under your hands or just set them aside. Hold the lunge pose, scissor your legs. Really activate your legs. Can you lift your fingers off the floor? Yeah, now you're using all of your hips. The glutes are working. All the muscles start to turn on. Keep that amount of focus. And then you can place your hands down. Bring your left knee down to the floor, right hand on the right leg. We're going to do a twist out to the right. Exhale, release. Walk your left knee back about 1 inch, and then walk your hands back and make your right leg go straight. Root your right heel, drag it backwards isometrically. This is another great time to use your blocks here. This is a huge hamstring stretch. And then start to root your thigh toward the floor. Yeah. Bring your right hand underneath the hamstring, and you're going to hold like on the inner edge, and you're going to roll this way. So you roll it externally. I mean, it's an internal roll, but I'd like you to pull the hamstrings out to the side. Yeah. And you can even dig your fingers into the hamstrings. You'll feel there's different muscles there. And just we're trying to separate them. And it's almost like a little massage in between the muscles. All right, good. Exhale, step forward, Uttanasana, lift your heart. Take a breath. And then exhale, right leg back. Hold the lunge, knees off the floor. Again, use blocks if you need. Lift your hands and really hold with your legs. So just your whole lower body's working. Take some breaths. And then touch the floor. Bring your right knee down to the floor. A little twist left. So your left hand's on the left leg. Turn your heart toward the sky. Keep your hips stable. Don't move your hips here. And enjoy the stretch. Exhale, release. Walk your right knee back about an inch. Hands come back. And roll up onto your heel. You can move your blocks back as well. Dig your heel down and pull it back. And then draw your tailbone in and bow. And there's the intensity. Spread your toes, especially the little toe. That's related to the earth element, which brings stability. So if you can get your fifth toe to spread, now you're working your muscles. Left hand underneath, and you're going to roll the bottom of the hamstring from the inner edge to the outer edge. And then dig your fingers up into the muscle itself. And this helps to loosen the fascia that's there. Very good. Exhale. Bend your knee, step forward, inhale heart, exhale bow. And then push your feet down, sweep your arms out to the side, and come all the way up to standing, arms overhead. Exhale, arms by your sides. Very good. Okay, come up to a wall if you have one. This is just going to give us a little more ease in the poses that lead up to Ashvatasana, Banyan Tree. So move your mat next to a wall. And right toes at the wall, toes up the wall, but the ball mounds down on the floor. And then step your left foot back. Very good. Square your hips to the wall, and your back foot, heel can be up a little bit, but you have your foot, instead of 90 degrees out, you're going to turn it in a good 45 to 60 degrees. And you can have your heels, front heel bisect the back heel, or just a little bit wider lateral width. Okay, if your hips are really tight, you're going to need to go a little bit wider. And then hug your legs to the middle and start to turn your heart toward the wall and work your left hip forward. Walk your arms pretty high up the wall here. So your arms are straight. Scissor your legs like you're squeezing a beach ball between your legs. And press your palms at the wall, but pull your armpits back. And breathe. Engage your legs more, hug to the middle. Awesome. Okay, now we're going to walk the hands over to the right. Go over to the right so you twist. Very good. And then turn your back foot Shorten your stance a little bit and turn your back foot, left foot, all the way to the right. And so your foot is almost parallel, but you're on the little toe edge of your foot. So big pigeon toe, and then scissor your legs, and then stretch over towards your right. Hands on the wall. This is crazy Parsvottanasana pose. Scissor your legs, and then release. Slowly come up and step away from the wall. Just bend your knees, just walk in place for a moment to feel your legs. Great. Now left toes at the wall, right foot back. Turn your right foot in. You're about 3, maybe 3.5 feet apart. Turn your foot in a good 45 to 60 degrees. Scissor your legs and right hip forward, now left hip back, arms up. There it is. So just breathe into the stretch. The wall is here to give you a little more ease. Certainly it's good for balance, but you can focus more on the actions of your legs. So hug muscles to bones and scissor your legs toward the midline. And then pull up from your feet all the way up into the core of the pelvis. Very good. Square your hips. Then from the core of the pelvis, push down and extend and lengthen your bones into the earth. Come up, walk your hands over to the left. So same pose, but with a little bit of a twist. Come back to center and shorten your stance a bit, and then turn your back foot all the way to the left. So I'm on the little toe edge of the right foot, and you drag, you scissor your leg toward the middle. So major pigeon toe, crazy Parsvottanasana, and then twist over toward the right, toward the left. Exhale, release. Okay, very good. Shake out your arms, walk in place a little bit. Okay, I think we're ready. So come back to your space, your original space. Take a wide stance. We're going to do one more prep. Hands to your hips, feet parallel. Hug your legs and fold forward. So this one is Prasarita Padhanasana. Good preparation. Hug your legs. Pull down through your tailbone now. And then walk your hands over to the right ankle and bring your forehead toward the right shin. Inhale to center and exhale to the left. Even as you twist, continue to hug your legs toward the middle. And then inhale back to center, sweep your arms out to the side, root your feet down, and inhale, come up, and step your feet back together. Okay, so here we go. Come into downward facing dog pose. Inhale your right leg up. Lift the inner right thigh. Root the base of your left shin back. And then exhale, big lunge forward. So you might need to get your blocks. So have your blocks ready. And then stretch your right leg straight. Left foot is turned to about a 45-degree angle. So this is Parsvottanasana here. Square your hips, scissor your legs. And just like we did at the wall, we're going to turn the back foot, left foot, all the way to the right, onto the little toe edge of your left foot and scissor. So you'll notice this feels a little more intense away from the wall. So that's why the blocks are here. But continue to hug your legs toward the middle. And now walk your hands around to the right. You can just walk with your blocks. I'm going to leave my blocks there for now. And we're almost in Banyan Tree. But here's the balancing component. You place your hands on your ankle. So now left hand's going to come to the front ankle and right hand to the back. Well, ankle's a little too far away. Let's go for the knee. Right hand to the knee or to the shin. And then you'll see the balance is quite precarious. And you got to just squeeze the legs to the middle, hold on. There it is. And exhale, release. Go back to downward facing dog pose. Good, bend your knees, lift your sitting bones. Thigh bones go back, base of the shins go back. Keep your armpits lifted. Left leg up, inhale, and then exhale. Big lunge forward. Stretch both legs straight, step your back foot in a little bit. Turn your right foot in a good 45 to 60 degrees. And then scissor your legs. Perhaps you've got the blocks here. When you scissor, notice how the right hip comes forward almost automatically. But the hip should be square to the front. It's such a good hamstring stretch. And here we go. Turn the back foot all the way to the left. You're on the little toe edge of your right foot and then scissor. Crazy Parsvottanasana. One modification you can do, I forgot to mention it on the other side, is you can turn your left foot slightly out. So you turn it slightly to the left. That makes it a little bit easier. But I'm going to keep mine straight. And then walk your hands around to the left. You can use your blocks. Scissor your legs more. And finally, Ashvatasana. Right hand to the left ankle and left hand to the right shin or knee. Scissor the legs, hold. Takes a lot of concentration to balance and a lot of hamstring and hip flexibility. There it is. Exhale, release. Step back, downward dog pose. And bend your knees, come down, child's pose. And when you're ready, slowly come up. So there you have it, Ashvatasana. Thank you for practicing with me in Asana Spotlight. For more workshops online, you can go to ashayayoga.com. Come join me. It's not too late to join the December monthly classes. You can also do walk-ins. And I'll be doing a New Year's retreat coming up December 28th. If you want to find a deeper sense of peace to bring in the new year, come practice with me. And then we'll have a whole new set of classes starting in January. So enjoy your day. Thank you.